Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation News fans. Rachel Lindsay is about fed up with Bachelor Nation. During a recent podcast, she shared her view of what went down on Matt James' season, including at after the final rose. She also explains why the surprise Bachelorette twist isn't enough. Her words likely won't endear her to Chris Harrison's supporters who blame her for his temporary departure. If Bachelor ends, fans only have themselves to blame. When Chris Harrison said he was taking a step back from hosting, many fans threatened to boycott the popular ABC dating show. Those planning to boycott hope a drop in ratings will get the show canceled, proving that Chris Harrison is essential to the show. A portion of Bachelor Nation fans have expressed their displeasure with Season 25 by sending hate messages to Matt James. Rachel Lindsay has also gotten her share of hate from fans who blame her for Chris Harrison's departure. Since their disastrous interview on Extra, Rachel Lindsay has spoken out about the changes the franchise needs to make. That includes Chris Harrison sitting out a few seasons. In the former Bachelorette's opinion, if the show gets canceled, it will be because the fans are toxic. Rachel Lindsay slams vile, nazi haters. The hate Rachel Lindsay was receiving from fans got so bad that she temporarily deactivated her Instagram. Now it seems that Matt James has done the same. He took down all his photos from Instagram. Instagram went down for a time on March 19, making it unclear if Matt James actually wiped his Instagram or if it was part of the glitch. However, Instagram is back up and running, but Matt James' profile is still empty. On her podcast, Rachel Lindsay did not mince words when it came to the people sending racist and hateful messages to Matt James. She slammed them as vile and nasty. Addressing the haters, she said, "You're nasty, you're vile, you're harassing Matt for a decision that he made. He supports the girl, he's allowing her to do it on her own. Let's move on. Bachelorette changes won't fix anything." Rachel also disagrees with how the network handled backlash over rumors that Katie Thurston was the next Bachelorette. The rumors came at the same time Rachel Kirkconnell's racially insensitive photos were blowing up. Reality Steve first broke the news that Katie was named Bachelorette at the Women Tell All special, but then he got new intel that the network was reconsidering. However, rather than scrap their plan to make Katie the lead, they did a workaround. They named Michelle Young as Bachelorette 2. Katie's season will air in early 2021 and Michelle's will air in the fall. In addition, Caitlin Bristow and Tayshia Adams will step in for Chris Harrison. Entertainment Tonight reports that Rachel was clear that Caitlin and Tayshia won't be hosts. They will mentor and advise. But Rachel isn't buying what the network is selling. She finds it awfully convenient that the franchise will have a white Bachelorette and then a black one. She strongly implies that the surprise twist was meant to appease people clamoring for more diversity. Rachel said on her podcast that the minor changes won't fix the larger issue the network has with diversity. Furthermore, she informed her listeners that her Higher Learning podcast won't recap future Bachelor Nation seasons. She has alluded to ending all connections with the franchise. Nothing official has been announced yet. Do you think Rachel Lindsay crossed a line calling Bachelor Nation fans vile? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Former Bachelorette lead, trailblazing attorney, outspoken media personality, and forever Bachelor Nation icon, has had enough. In a fiery, no-holds-barred interview that dropped like a social media bombshell, Rachel called out Bachelor Nation fans for what she says is a long-standing pattern of vile, toxic, and abusive behavior, and she's not mincing words anymore. "I've tried to take the high road," Rachel began, "but at some point, silence becomes complicity. The way I've been treated, the way other women, especially women of color, have been treated, it's beyond unacceptable. It's vile, and Bachelor Nation needs to take a good look at itself." Her explosive words sent shockwaves through the fandom. Within minutes, #RachelLindsay started trending. Some rallied behind her. Others doubled down on hate. And just like that, the woman who once found love under the lights of a reality TV set found herself in the crosshairs again. But this time, she's not backing down. Chapter 1. Rachel's history of speaking out and getting hated for it. Rachel Lindsay's relationship with the Bachelor franchise has always been complicated. She made history in 2017 as the franchise's first ever Black Bachelorette, a moment ABC touted as groundbreaking. But behind the scenes, Rachel says she was carrying a weight no other lead had faced. From the moment I was announced, Rachel recalled, the hate started pouring in. People told me I didn't belong, that I was ruining their show, that I should go back to Africa. Yes, they said that. Despite the horrifying backlash, Rachel maintained her poise during her season, and even found love with Brian Abasolo, her final rose pick. But the fairy tale didn't last forever. The couple quietly separated in 2023, and fans pounced. I didn't even get a chance to breathe, Rachel admitted. People were celebrating our split. Not just criticizing, celebrating. Like they were waiting for me to fail. Chapter 2. The comment that lit the matches. The tipping point came during a recent podcast appearance, where Rachel was asked what it felt like being a longtime part of the franchise. Honestly, she said with a visible sigh, it's exhausting. I don't feel like I'm part of Bachelor Nation anymore. Not really. It's hard to stay connected when the fan base is, well, kind of vile. The clip went viral, fast. Within hours, it was all over Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Reddit. Fans accused her of playing the victim, of being bitter, of hating the franchise that made her famous. But others applauded her honesty. She's not wrong, one user wrote. Bachelor Nation is toxic, especially toward women who speak their mind. And Rachel, she wasn't about to walk it back. I meant every word, she said the next day. You want to call me bitter? Fine, but I won't stay silent while people are bullied, harassed, and dehumanized, just for being on a reality show. Chapter 3. Who exactly is she calling out? Rachel wasn't vague. She specifically slammed fans who sent her racist DMs following her Bachelorette season, targeted contestant Charity Lawson with hateful messages, harassed Michelle Young during her breakup with Nate Olukoya, blamed her for Chris Harrison's exit after she held him accountable during the 2021 Rachel Kirkconnell scandal. Why is it always the Black women who get the most hate? Rachel asked. Why do we have to be perfect, gracious, silent, while others are forgiven time and again? She even revealed a particularly chilling threat she received last year, a handwritten letter telling her to stay out of Bachelor business before something happens. I shouldn't have to live like that, Rachel said. All because I told the truth. Chapter 4. Inside the Chris Harrison fallout. Again? Of course, no conversation about Rachel Lindsay's tense relationship with the fandom is complete without discussing Chris Harrison. When Harrison defended contestant Rachel Kirkconnell's antebellum-themed photos in 2021, Rachel pressed him in an interview that spiraled into national controversy. Harrison stepped down, and somehow, Rachel became the villain. They made it seem like I took him down, she said. Like I wanted him fired. I never asked for that. I just wanted accountability. She revealed that she had to hire security for a time, that she couldn't go to the grocery store without looking over her shoulder. It was Chris's words, not mine, that caused that storm, Rachel said, but I was the one who got the hate. Chapter 5e. What OTR FORMAR CONTSTANTs are saying. Rachel isn't alone in this. After her remarks, several former contestants rallied to her side. Tayshia Adams posted a statement on Instagram stories. Rachel is telling the truth. The amount of hate I got just for being a woman of color in this franchise is wild. Support her or stay silent, but don't gaslight. Caitlin Bristow tweeted, "It's been a long time coming. The fandom needs to take accountability. Rachel was the first to really speak out, and she's still being punished for it." Even Nick Viall chimed in. "Rachel was one of the smartest and most grounded people to come through this show. If she says it's toxic, we should listen." Chapter 6. The racial double standards still exist. Rachel pointed to recent events to show how deep the problem runs. When Joey Graziady's season aired, people were rooting for Daisy and Kelsey, she said. They were both great, but when a woman like Mercedes or Maria speaks up, it's immediately seen as dramatic or aggressive. Why is that? She also highlighted how the Golden Bachelor was celebrated as heartwarming and pure, while the Bachelorette often gets dismissed as shallow or scripted. "The difference in tone is glaring," she said. "It's almost like people don't want to see women, especially women of color, be in control." Chapter CVN. Rachel's message to ABC and her fans. Rachel says she's tired of waiting for ABC to speak up. "They haven't reached out. They never do," she said. "Unless it's to ask me to come back for some special or a cameo. I'm more than that. I have a voice, and I'm going to use it." She had a direct message for fans, too. "If you can't handle a woman being honest, maybe this show isn't for you. If your instinct is to silence me instead of listening, I'm not your puppet. I'm not here to make you feel comfortable." Chapter 8. Where is Rachel go from here? Despite all the backlash, Rachel's not done. She's developing a new podcast, rumored to be focused on race, pop culture, and media accountability. She's also working on a second book and considering stepping further away from the Bachelor world altogether. "I don't need it anymore," she said. "It was a chapter, not my whole story." But she does have one hope: that the next woman who speaks up doesn't have to endure what I